My husband traded my late father's vintage car for a motorcycle. 2 months later, he got his biggest karma. My father passed away when I was 28 after fighting cancer for 2 years. He left me his 1969 Chevelle that we'd restored together when I was in high school. Every weekend for 3 years, we worked on that car in his garage, replacing parts, fixing rust, painting it the perfect shade of blue. He taught me about engines and life during those hours under the hood. When he got sick, he made me promise to keep the car running and never let anyone tell me it was just metal and parts. It was our shared heartbeat, he said. I married Craig 2 years after Dad died. He seemed supportive about the car at first, even said it was cool I knew how to fix engines. He'd grown up wealthy with parents who bought him new cars whenever he wanted, so he thought my attachment was cute and quirky. We kept the Chevelle in our garage under a cover, and I'd take it out for drives on Sundays, just like Dad and I used to do. Craig had his own BMW that his parents leased for him, so we never fought about vehicles. For 3 years of marriage, everything was fine. Then Craig discovered motorcycles. His coworker brought a Harley to work and let Craig ride it around the parking lot. Craig came home that day talking about freedom and the open road and how cars were prisons compared to bikes. I said that was nice and figured it was a phase. It wasn't. Craig started going to motorcycle shows every weekend. He joined online forums about bikes. He bought leather jackets and helmets before even owning a motorcycle. He kept showing me pictures of bikes that cost more than our annual grocery budget. I told him we couldn't afford a motorcycle right now since we were saving for a house. He said we had money sitting in the garage gathering dust. He meant the Chevelle. I told him the car wasn't for sale and never would be. He said I was being selfish, keeping a valuable asset locked up for emotional reasons. I reminded him it was my father's car, left to me, titled in my name only. He said married couples shared everything, and I was being a hypocrite since I drove his BMW sometimes. One Thursday, I came home from my nursing shift to find the garage empty. The Chevelle was gone. Craig was in the living room with a helmet on his head, grinning like a child. I asked where my car was. He said he'd made an excellent trade that would benefit both of us. He'd traded the Chevelle to some collector for a brand new Harley Davidson and $3,000. He said the bike was worth more than the car, and we could use the money for the house fund. I asked him to repeat what he just said because I couldn't believe it. He actually traded my dead father's car without my permission for a motorcycle. He said I was overreacting and the car was just sitting there anyway. I told him he stole from me. He said wives can't steal from husbands because everything is communal property. I showed him the title in my name only from before we married. He said that was just paper, and real marriages didn't work that way. I called the collector Craig traded with. The man said Craig told him I'd agreed to the trade but was too emotional to be there. He said Craig showed him photos of us together to prove he was my husband. He felt bad, but said the trade was final, and he'd already started dismantling the car for parts. He was lying about that last part but wanted to keep the car. I called the police. They said it was a civil matter since Craig was my husband. I called a lawyer who said I could sue, but it would be expensive, and Craig technically committed fraud, which was criminal. Craig got angry, saying I was trying to ruin his life over a car. His parents called, saying I was being materialistic and should appreciate Craig's initiative in making profitable trades. His mother said the motorcycle was more practical anyway, and I should be supportive. Craig started riding the Harley to work every day, posting pictures online about his new lifestyle. He joined a motorcycle club and went on rides every weekend without me. He said I couldn't come because I didn't understand the culture and would kill the vibe with my negativity. 2 months later, Craig crashed the motorcycle. Craig crashed the motorcycle going 80 miles per hour, showing off for his new biker friends, totaling it beyond repair with no collision coverage because he'd been too cheap to pay for full insurance. While he was in the hospital with 2 broken ribs, I tracked down the collector who had Dad's Chevelle and made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Full story on channel, link below.